I'm sure you remember the 2008 classic Kung Fu Panda. Now, this is not just a typical fun comedic animation film about a stubborn, clumsy, and fat panda named Po who loves Kung Fu. This film is a motivating tale with multiple emotional layers that also has an insane amount of detail. There was a scene in the film where Po, the fighting panda, is sad and unmotivated and thinks that being the dragon warrior isn't his destiny. It's the sad part in the film before the rising action, and his father Ping, who is a passionate noodle shop owner, consoles him and tries to motivate him. He says to Po, "Po, I think it's time I told you something I should have told you a long time ago. The secret ingredient to my secret ingredient soup." Yes, that is actually what it was called. So yeah, he goes on, the secret ingredient is nothing. And Ping shows Po a scroll where the secret ingredient was supposed to be. And Po opens the scroll. He sees an empty scroll with his reflection.
There is no secret ingredient.
Now I want to talk about the meaning of "there is no secret ingredient" and how this quote of a DreamWorks animation film can change your views on life. So what the quote is implying is to believe in yourself and that there is no magical thing to help you get to your goals. You are that magical thing, and to achieve that goal, you have got to be the one who believes in their capabilities. Nobody else will believe in you until you actually reach those goals. And that's tough because there will be hard times when you will have no support but still have got to believe. The reason why successful people are successful is because they believed in themselves. Successful people see mistakes as lessons and not as failures. When they view life like this, they're unstoppable. Why? Because they will never quit, no matter what anyone says or what obstacles come on their path. Successful people have a growth mindset, and people who stop trying usually have a fixed mindset. Someone with a fixed mindset sees things as how they are, and that there isn't a single thing you can change about it. It's just like that, and you have to live with it. An example of this could be, I'm bad at lifting weights. It's not for me. Someone with a growth mindset sees things as opportunities and ways to grow through hard work. They know that they have the power to change things if they wanted to. An example of a person with a growth mindset is, how can I be better at lifting weights? You see how that's different? This is what separates successful people from the unsuccessful. Now, if you currently have a fixed mindset, don't think, ironically, that you can change that. You can get a growth mindset. If you're currently thinking you can get a growth mindset, you already have one in some sort of way, but you have to remind yourself to think in opportunities and that you have the power to change your life. This takes some getting used to if you're not familiar with this. I sometimes struggle with it, but I remember that even in uncomfortable times, this is the way to feel happier and more fulfilled. Once you realize that there are two mindsets, so a growth and a fixed mindset, it's good because it makes it a bit easier to stop procrastinating and get disciplined. We usually procrastinate when things get uncomfortable and negative, and the hardest part is usually to get behind your desk or to open that book or to go to the gym. But once you're there, you reach that flow state and the anxiety and uncomfortable feelings disappear. We think too much about the task and start to focus only on the bad things. You say to yourself that you're not capable of doing that right now, and that's why you start to procrastinate. You're scared of the hard work. And this is also kind of a fixed mindset. People with a growth mindset know that tasks will get hard and uncomfortable, but they fight through it, and they know that it will get better because they will see the benefits in the future. So yeah, stop thinking with your feelings and emotions. When it's hard, think in small steps. If you have to work on an essay and still are sitting on the couch, get off the couch and take a seat at the desk. Then just turn on your laptop and open Word, start typing the title, the pages, etc. Because this usually takes no work. Usually at this point, it's easier to get things done. You think too much and you need to stop that. There is just a thing that you need to do, and that is to just get started, and eventually it will come. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Okay, one more time. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi created a graph called flow. He said the following: The best moments in our lives are not the passive, receptive, relaxing times. The best moments usually occur if a person's body or mind is stretched to its limits in a voluntary effort to accomplish something difficult and worthwhile. Now back to the flow graph, also called being in the zone. This graph portrays the feeling of a person when they're fully focused. They are energized, anxiety-free, creative, and enjoy the process. You've probably had this when you were working on a project and a couple of hours later you say, "Oh wow, look how the time flies." This is flow. When time passes by quickly and you're fully focused. To achieve this flow state, you first have to get over the uncomfortable feeling/procrastination part. Remember, think in small steps. Once you've gotten over this, eliminate distractions like your phone. You just need to put it away because that is a big distraction. Then just start doing a part of the task, and after a while, you will reach that flow state. Think that you can change. You are not the person you think you are. Think that you can change. You are not the person you think you are. Don't listen to your mind saying you're incapable of stuff, because you just need to say, F that. You have the potential to grow if you put in the work first, because happiness is not something you get. Happiness is something you need to earn. And you earn this by first doing the hard and uncomfortable work. That's also what the the man of the flow graph is saying, that we grow through struggle and tough times. When we push ourselves to our limits, that's when we reach that happiness goal. Step out of your little comfort zone, because that does no good for you. Realize that the comfort zone is a safe space where you can relax. But when you're always relaxing, you won't ever be happy and you won't achieve your goals. You grow through struggle and hard times. You won't die from working on your business or going to the gym. Think about this. Do you have a dream? Something that you really want to achieve? Now, is this dream achievable in the comfort zone? Also, re-evaluate what you do in a day. How many hours do you spend on your phone? Do you still watch adult content? Are you eating for pleasure? Also, look at how many hours you spend on work, school, if you watch valuable content that's relevant for your growth, and if you're eating for energy and health purposes. Look at these habits and see which one weighs more. Is it the instant gratification habits or the delayed gratification habits? Once you realize this and start to focus on delayed gratification more, you will grow, and this will help you to get closer to those goals. You have to treat yourself with respect and as the main character. Not in a cocky way, but believe in yourself, because no one else will when you won't. Think of your ideal father or mother. Maybe you already have them. Become the ideal parent. Also, don't forget why you started and where you started. Everyone has potential, but not everyone believes in themselves.